Last month, I decided to deactivate my TikTok. I deactivated it on August 22nd, and I reactivated this past Monday, September 28th, so it has been about a month and a week. I'm not gonna say I've been completely TikTok free because that would be a lie, since I still had access to my other TikTok account where I do some beauty content creation, influencing, and stuff like that. And I'll actually get back to that in a little bit. I just felt the need to deactivate my TikTok back in late August. I'm not sure if it was eclipse season or Saturn retrograding back into my first house, but the energy, or maybe it was both, the energy was just so intense. Like, this past month has been a period of just very internal focused energy, redirecting my energy back to me. And now I'm kind of feeling the opposite a little bit. I'm feeling a little more externally, like directing my energy externally and outwards again, a little bit slowly. I've really just been reflecting on my social media presence and my using social media, creating, producing, and consuming. So yeah, I reactivated my Celestial Sister TikTok account again. I haven't posted anything. I'm not sure if I will. I'm not sure what my first post should be. I don't know if it should just be an update or just whatever I'm feeling. Before I posted on my Celestial Sister TikTok, before I started making videos on there, I actually just used that account to watch videos, consume content, to learn and be inspired. And when I started posting back in March, April, I was posting like it was a public journal to share my thoughts, my reflections, breakthroughs, and just practice being more comfortable speaking vulnerably and authentically in front of the camera, like me, who I am to my core, truly. And I'm still really figuring that out. I feel like it's always a who am I? Who really am I? Kind of rebirth, like every day. When I started posting on there, I was really just treating it as a public journal to share what was going on, growing and evolving. And TikTok can be very draining. Once you start showing, or you decide I want to have an audience, or I want to build this TikTok page, you have to show up like every day, and sometimes multiple times a day if you want to grow. Because the algorithm does not favor breaks, especially long breaks. Like, you gotta be on there all the time. And that doesn't mean you have to, all the time be recording on your phone and stuff. Like, you can always pre-record and then schedule post or upload, just press upload when the time is right. But it is a lot. At the end of the day, it's a lot to try to grow an account. And when I started posting all those months ago on my TikTok, I didn't know what I wanted for that account. Like, I was just using it as an outlet. I didn't have any goals, not numbers wise, growth wise, scaling and everything. Like, it was just an outlet, my public journal, and whoever came. And when it comes to like social media and growing on social media, my eyes have always kind of been YouTube, my inner child, YouTube, like my goal, YouTube. So when my TikTok following went up, I found myself putting more time and energy and effort into TikTok to keep up with the algorithm so that I could stay relevant. So the algorithm would notice me and push my videos out. And I just put a lot more time, effort, energy into TikTok rather than on YouTube, and kind of lost my way. A lot of the times I would repost my TikToks to YouTube Shorts. I was like, okay, if I'm already posting on TikTok, I could just like post this to YouTube Shorts, and maybe, when people see my shorts, they subscribe, they will go to my longer form videos, but that has not been the case. And after some reflection, I decided I don't really care for short form content, at least for producing short form content. Not really my thing, unless it's, already making me money, which I'll get to in a little bit. I prefer like I just rather have slow and steady growth, slow and steady, authentic and aligned growth over fast, trendy, viral moments, and attract a lot of people who are not my target audience or not my target community. So I deleted all of my shorts. They're not private, they're deleted, because I was like, I don't really care about shorts, short form content, at least not right now. You know, things can always change in the future, along the road, whatever, but right now. So like I said, even though I deactivated my Celestial Sister TikTok account, I haven't been completely TikTok free, because I still had access to my other TikTok account where I had been doing beauty content creation and influencing for the past few years. And for a lot of time, like, I have debated what to do with that account. There was a period, especially earlier this year, that I just ended up hating it because I had burnt myself out. I overworked myself and was really exhausted and wasn't seeing any results. And what it came down to is I was not really working in alignment when it came to creating that kind of content. So I've debated, like, what do I do with this account? Should I delete it? Should I deactivate it? It's been a very confusing thing to navigate, because that account is what reignited my love for being on front of camera and making videos and just talking and, you know, going through a whole like skincare, like skin acne journey. Like it was a very big part in my personal growth and development. And spiritual awakening after spiritual awakening, I would be like, oh, I don't relate to the beauty thing anymore, and should I delete the account and not? But I think when it came down to it, one of the big things is that my beauty TikTok account is a TikTok shop affiliate account. So I do make a couple dollars here and there from commission from people using my links or buying from my showcase. And also, TikTok shop aside, a lot of my videos have a couple thousands of views that have a lot of saves, and these are videos on reviews on products, whether it's like skincare, hair care, makeup. These are also tutorials. They have a lot of saves, and I know when I save something, I would hope that the person doesn't delete their account or doesn't delete the video or privates the video, because I always, you know, go back to it. So I want to keep those videos up there for whoever has saved them, for whoever uses them. So yeah, after consideration, I decided to keep my beauty account, and I still post every now and then. Again, I actually just started getting back into I don't want to say habit, but I did start creating content again. Like I get ready like almost every day, so I figured, why not film sometimes if I'm already getting ready, and then I can upload that, and, you know, if it's on TikTok shop, I could put the link on there and stuff. But yeah, I decided I'm gonna keep it, and I film every now and then, but only content that I actually enjoy filming and producing, rather than what the brands want, whether it's like outside of TikTok shop or in TikTok shop, because that's how I got burnt out in the first place. And when I started to hate and resent like creating beauty related content, my niche on that account is still beauty, but I might branch out into like other niches, whether it's just like lifestyle and vlogging and eating and stuff. But like I'm not really the most comfortable and best at filming outside in public and stuff. Ever since I've really become more rooted in myself and building that internal foundation, I am a lot pickier with how I'm using my energy. So when I am producing content for my beauty account, it's stuff that I enjoy, using products I already have and just doing what I want to do, rather than collaborating with some brand that is gonna try to like overwork me and scam me and stuff like that. Because that's a whole other thing when it comes to like TikTok shop and TikTok shop sellers. Like, they will try to milk the energy out of you and stuff like that, and they just be asking the most, like, outside of TikTok shop policies. So now I'm like, okay, I'm not even doing brand collaborations, so I'm just doing me. I'm gonna post what I want to post, put the link on there, and every now and then, like, you know, make a couple of dollars in commission. It's just really nice to be a TikTok shop affiliate, or any, like, if you've done any affiliate marketing, or you just make money or have made money like online through affiliate marketing, like, it's a great thing. And especially being like unemployed, I'm gonna keep it there. And that account has taught me and is still teaching me a lot about content creation, digital affiliate marketing, and like just like the business side of things. And you know, like, it's always kind of good to learn. But yeah, I've been spending some time on that account, so I can't say I'm completely TikTok free. I did delete the app from my phone back in August because I just, you know, your phone is just so accessible. So right now I only access TikTok through my desktop, my laptop, and my iPad. My iPad is also really big, so scrolling on it, it's like, I think it's almost the size of my laptop. It's the big one. So doom scrolling on this is not the most convenient and comfortable. Right now, as of reactivating my Celestial Sister TikTok account, as of like right now, today I'm filming this, I don't really feel called or like have this need to post on it as much as I did before. And before I was posting like every day, sometimes several times a day. But like I said, short form content is not really what I want to pour my energy into, like, in the long run. Like, I've debated, like, do I keep this up or do I deactivate it again? But the thing is, like, I really miss learning on there and like just the information on there, because I follow a lot of, you know, astrologers and spiritual guides, and some of my mutuals, I really like miss their content, just kind of miss that. So right now, if, like I said, I only have TikTok on my iPad, on my computer. So right now I'm only kind of like watching some videos on there. Maybe I'll post here and now. I don't know. Most of my energy when it comes to making videos is going to be directed to YouTube, directed to this channel, whether it's sitting down like this or going out and making vlogs or whatever else. And you know, with access to TikTok still on my iPad, on my computer, I did like watch a few videos here and there, but the screen time was definitely a lot lower than it used to be before. If you want to like lower your TikTok screen time usage, I recommend deleting the app from your phone and maybe using it on like your iPad or computer. If you don't have that, maybe use like the screen time limit thing, like limit yourself to like an hour a day. You gotta try and experiment what works for you. But other things that I have been doing during the past month since I deactivated my Celestial Sister TikTok and have just been posting a lot less. I've been resting. I have been learning to rest without shame, resting without feeling guilty, which is very hard, but I think I'm getting better at it as time goes on. You know, that's not just something that you can learn overnight. It's something that you have to practice. But a lot of the times I actually fight rest. I try to be productive, but when my luteal phase hits, y'all, I just surrender. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna fight it. I'm just, because I just, my energy like plummets during my luteal phase, and I'm just like so exhausted. I've been learning to rest and also learning to flow with the cycles instead of fighting them, because, you know, like I said, trying to be productive. Like, at the end of the day, I am a human, I am a woman, I'm not a machine, like how, you know, our world wants us to be our machines. I'm learning to flow with cycles and not fight them. And when I say I'm gonna do something and I don't end up doing it, I really try not to beat myself up. Like, for example, I haven't posted on Substack in 3 weeks. It's been like 3 weeks or a little more than 3 weeks since I posted on Substack. And before September started, I challenged myself, I'm gonna post in September, I'm gonna post on Substack twice a week. Did not go as planned, since I haven't posted in 3 weeks. There's this saying, follow your plan, not your mood. That doesn't work for me. Following my mood is part of my plan. And of course, you're gonna have to discern like the blurry boundaries between laziness and productive rest. Rest is productive. Rest is restorative. Recharging, that's productive. So you're gonna have to discern the blurry boundaries between rest and laziness. Sometimes your mood, your feelings are messages from your intuition. Sometimes our mood teaches us when it's time to pivot. They teach us how to pivot. Our feelings tell us if we're moving in alignment or not. Like, I wanted to post twice a week on Substack, but maybe this was like the universe telling me, stop worrying about quantity and work more about quality. I was like, oh, I want to post more so I can have more and build the archive and stuff, but sometimes we just gotta take a step back and like, why am I doing this? Why do I want to do this? I'm someone who like has to move with a strong why. If the why isn't strong, I'm like if I don't feel some kind of purpose or fulfillment, I'm like. So I've been learning to rest without shame, without feeling guilty for it. I've been learning to flow with cycles, especially my cycle as a woman, my 4-phase cycle. I've also finished the 20th Century Fox X-Men movies. I don't know what's next. I haven't watched a movie in a while because I finished the last one maybe like 2 weeks ago. I haven't watched a movie in a while. I don't know what to start next. Marvel, like the whole Marvel thing, or Star Wars. Maybe I'll do Star Wars because Marvel is longer, but I don't know. I've never watched Star Wars, by the way. I also picked up and finished a fiction book. Finally, I put the self-help books down and I picked up a fiction book. I actually went, you know where I picked it up? I went from my bed and I took a few steps to my bookshelf right here. And I picked up this book that has been whispering my name, calling my name. I actually finished the whole trilogy. I finished the Legend trilogy by Mary Lou. Y'all, it's been 12 years since I read this, and I did not remember a thing. That's a lie. I remember the male character's name is Day, and I remember that there's a gut-wrenching love story in here, but like as for like the whole plot, I didn't really remember everything until, I read it and it started to come back to me. But even though I didn't remember the whole plot and everything, I remembered how I felt at 11 years old when I read this for the first time. I remembered how I felt, just like the excitement, the anticipation, the like giggling and kicking my feet because of the love story. I remember how I felt, and I remember I had been saying like in my head, I want to read a book, but since I'm an adult, I should read adult books. Since I don't really have the funds to go out and buy new books, I was like, let me pick up this book and read it again, see if I like it, we'll finish it. And as soon as I started it, I fell back in love. I felt like I was that 11-year-old again. You know what? I made a video talking about reading these books. It's the video right before this one. So if you want to check that out, go watch that. But I just felt like the 11-year-old I just felt like the 11-year-old me again. Just, But this is my favorite YA dystopian series trilogies. It is Legend by Marie Lu, and I also learned that there is a 4th book. This was published 6 years after this was finished, and by then I was in high school and I had stopped reading and stuff like that. But I learned that there's a 4th book, and after sleeping on it, I decided to buy it. It's Rebel, or is it Rebel? I haven't started it. My bookmark's in there. I'm gonna start it in a bit, but I started reading again. I started reading fiction again. Also, this author, Marie Lu, she is debuting with her first adult book, adult novel story in 2 weeks. So if you like, fiction, I don't know if it's technically fantasy, but this series is dystopian. I think she also does a little bit of sci-fi. If that's like your thing, I like Marie Lu. Love these books. I also have some of her other books on my top shelf. I also started working out more. I do at-home Pilates. I do Pilates by Izzy. I love her. And I'm still experimenting to find the routine and schedule that works best for me, as well as developing a healthy relationship with my body, with fitness, with food. Getting to know my body more is very important because I used to be a baby with hip braces. So that means I have hip dysplasia, and a lot of exercises are not for me or for like my hips, and that's okay. So, you know, learning your body is very important, and what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Right now, I only do my Pilates by Izzy workouts during my follicular and ovulation phase, because when the luteal phase hits, I do need to do something a little lighter, less intense, low impact. Lastly, I think, yeah, from my memory, what I've been doing, I completed the second video after a month of starting the first of a YouTube art class, drawing class that I found. Started the first video like 2 months ago, and then last month or a few weeks ago I did the second video. I think that there's definitely still some work, like shame and stuff around creativity and art that I need to work through, but I did the second video, and I also need to work through that shame so that I can create a consistent schedule, calendar for finishing the rest of the courses, because I would really like to learn to draw. And with that, like being more like looking at artists, I have been re-exploring and redefining what create means. Creation, what does it mean to create? What is the difference of being creative and a creator? Because as someone who has done content creation in the beauty space, I feel like the word create has been really watered down and is used as a substitute. It's interchanged with other words when it shouldn't. Like, a lot of content creation is really just production. Yeah, like I said, it's been a very internal focused month, and I'm barely kind of like redirecting outward, my energy outwards. Eclipse season, Saturn retrograde in my first house. It's still a bit foggy. Fog is clearing slowly, but it's still a bit foggy. But I also like fog, so that's been my 1 month with lowering my screen time, using TikTok, consuming TikTok, creating on TikTok. If you made it this far, watching here till the end, I want to say thank you so much. I love you so much. It means so much to me. I know I yap a lot, so yeah, it really does mean so much to me when people watch my videos in full length. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Maybe, perhaps, we'll be there.